The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Pulls it in at the 13. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
They begin the drive on the ground. It's White. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Just like that, it's a gain of 12 and a first down on their first play.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
To throw his car. He's got Jeffrey. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there, 21 yards. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's first and 10, right at the 40. Now a give up the middle. This is White. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, second and 2. The Raiders at 500, sitting at 5-5. They were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Buccaneers are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line.
Remember, Charles, this is the #1 defense in the NFL, and they prove their mettle here, forcing the turnover on the opening possession.
And sometimes when you play a team that has that reputation, it's earned it by their play. The psychology is, okay, they're #1. They have to prove it to us, and they tried to attack. They found out that that ranking was real.
And if history is any indication, when this defense gets off to a good start, look out.
Yeah, their offense plays off of them awfully well, too.
On second down now, Winslow. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a third and about 5.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Mariota now. Going deep downfield for Ross.
And this is dropped. Oh, boy. A chance for a big play early, but he could not secure it.
Here's Bradley Pena now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And taken right at the 35. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like right at the 40. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Raiders will take over now, first and 10. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Remember last time out, they threw the interception on their first drive. Good news, their defense backed them up, so it's still 0-0 here as they begin their second possession.
Yeah, one great way to judge a defense, how do they handle what we call sudden change? When all of a sudden, you know, it goes against their offense and have to run out in the field and try to put out the fire. Give this one great kudos for getting out there and not letting that interception lead to points. Excellent job by them defensively. Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
Throwing his car on third down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
Now here's Ross. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. Bucs will be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted, thrown back across his body. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit. And receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Shaq Thompson making his presence felt on the sack.
So that time, Charles, a quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Carr now to throw. And this one's incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Carr. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt.
This is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And, partner, I know so far, and we're still in the first half, but you love this game as a defensive guy. 0-0. We'll see if the offense can get going on this drive.
Well, you know how they talk about music to your ears? How about what it does for your eyes when you watch something like this, right, where these teams are locked in and going at it, no points going up on the scoreboard. I'm loving it. You're exactly right.
Well, switch over, though, to an offensive mindset for a moment. What do they need to do here to get on track and get some points?
Well, I think a couple of ways. Number one, you pull out something that maybe they haven't seen before. Coaches always talk about unscouted looks. Maybe you give them something that they haven't seen on tape, and now you shock them that way. The second, run your basic playbook, but run it so well that you give your skill position guys a chance to make big plays individually.
Winslow, and not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 32-yard line.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. second down throw for Mariota. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
Finding room at midfield.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 45-yard line. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed,
he fires one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Trayvon Merritt. And the Raiders are going to take over at their own 2-yard line.
Well, those have been a problem for him all season, but never quite as much as they have in these last few minutes. Let's count it up now. A pair of picks on his team's last 2 drives and double-digit interceptions this season. I don't care if you're the best in the game or an undrafted rookie. You've got to take better care of the football or you're going to cost your team chances.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. Their tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here. 1st and 10.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
But one thing we certainly know, he likes to take those risks deep downfield during games, coverage or not. The coverage was there on that one. No catch, but he's also fortunate. No turnover either.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Back to throw now in his own end zone. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. In his own end zone, it's Carr.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jamel Dean. And the Bucs are going to take possession of the football. But such a costly interception, nearly a pick 6, but now they're so close they are knocking on the door for a touchdown.
And I never want to get on any team for being aggressive because that's part of what their makeup is, and oftentimes it's successful. But in this case, you've got to be selective about it and make sure you take care of the football. That interception almost cost them 6 points. Now their defense has to run onto the field, probably giving the quarterback a few side eyes along the way. They've got to see if they can stop a score.
Fournette going to be hit and met at the line of scrimmage. They get him down at the 3.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Now Mariota dumps it off to Fournette. And in for the Buccaneers, touchdown.
Leonard Fournette,
his 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Bucs post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Well, we know he has decent hands out of the backfield. That's the first time, Charles, they've targeted him in the passing game, and it pays dividends.
And I love the design, too, because they kept him in the backfield, made the defense think run first before they swung him out of there. And you're right, with his hands, they might want to throw it to him just a little bit more.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Fields it right around the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as these guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
offense set to get this drive started.
And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all, and if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated. Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
6 yards left on second down.
Carr going to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield of man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
This offense so far on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 6. Blitz coming, and down he goes. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss. Here's A.J. Cole now to punt this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
First down, Mariota. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. That's good for a Buccaneer first to pick up of 12 yards.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Mariota now from the 50. That's complete to John Ross. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Mariota now to throw on first down. Looking for Ross again. He finds him again. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. They'll throw again. Mariota. Over the middle, it's complete.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. And that incompletion breaks a string of 5 straight connections. And it's second down.
One of the best routes, one of the favorite routes of any play caller. He just ran that one. Nice little angle route. That's supposed to be a catch, and usually it is, and the running back dropped it.
Yeah, I mean, he's a running back, but he's got hands. He should have caught it. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. There's still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. They'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down. 3rd and long. They'll look to throw.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Like any team playing, they're looking for touchdowns to try and help their cause. But in this case, he does get them a little closer at least. If they make a field goal, it turns out to be the better call here.
And his kick is indeed good.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Taken from about the 12. And able to get this out to the 25.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Here's Carr to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And the Buccaneers are going to take possession of the football. Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smile.
Yeah, we didn't jinx him at all, did we?
No.
Because ordinarily that happens. Things fall off, but not in this case. I think a lot of it goes back to his technique. His ability to see the quarterback throw the ball while understanding where the receiver is running his route allows him to make a lot of plays on the football, and he's taking it away at a really high rate.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mariota.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
As he came to the line of scrimmage, he knew he didn't need much to reset the chain, so when he saw the space he needed, no hesitation. He went to the marker and got his guys a first down.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing is Mariota. And Winslow brings it in over the middle. And he's down into the red zone at the 15 after a gain of 15. 1st and 10.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Throwing, Mariota. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. A great effort there as the first half is winding down.
And the Buccaneers would extend their lead here just before halftime.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes our score 17-0.
17. Raiders, nothing.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Bucs with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway.
This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it. And I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities. And I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down.
And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's second down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, this is the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. On play action, Mariota. Completes it to the fullback, Ham. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3.
And the big guy catches the ball in the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
3rd and short yardage, Mariota. He will find Winslow. That's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 45-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
A first down throw for Mariota. Throw right side caught by Winslow. And he is going to lose yardage here. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. He's going to have the first down and then some. That will go for 9 yards and a first down on the keeper.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
What would look like a march to the end zone is in a momentary roadblock for that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Third quarter from Southern Nevada. Here's a 2nd and 10.
To throw is Mariota. That's going to be caught. Touchdown. Austin Hooper. 26 yards. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 24.
Buccaneers 24, Raiders nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he'll get to the 30-yard line before going out of bounds.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
At the 26-yard line.
Now Carr. Open man, that's Renfro.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
Yeah, that's a run born out of ferociousness. He took on that initial contact, and in his mind just screamed, "Out of my way," and kept right on going and wound up turning it into a big play.
And the next-gen stats shows he picked up an even 20 yards after the initial contact.
What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12.
Meanwhile, Carr's throw pulled in by Renfro.
And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 14. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They'll go up the middle with White. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Carr. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line.
No surprise there. Chase Young wrecks that play with a sack.
The passing game's been struggling a bit today, and that was the latest example. Haven't been getting much yardage out of it, and now on his back after the last play, he faces 3rd and long.
He'll get that out to the flat to White. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And the Buccaneers defense holds, and they get the football back. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2 minutes.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Mariota now. And his throw here's incomplete. Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23.
Gain of 23 yards. And the London first down.
They'll run on first down. Winslow. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Taken down.
2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Mariota to throw it. He will find Winslow on the left side complete. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Mariota on first down. And that's off the mark, incomplete. And their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit too.
Mariota again. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference to see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up, but he certainly will have some explaining to do.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the fourth quarter, facing the big deficit. Just silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny, I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of had this scenario, like what feels good to you and what feels good to your team. You're down big. You really have like one possession left, and you're trying to put points on the board that don't matter. But do they? And he told me they actually do matter. And in this situation, he's going to try and run the best offense he can run to have at least a little bit of confidence to take away from that game. So right now, they're going to try their best to get something up on the board and not get shut out.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. They're going to look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And this offense on 3rd down today, a pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Throwing now is Carr. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. The 40. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
So a slight improvement in field position, you might say, from inside their own 10 to this as they come up on 1st down. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page, because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Carr now to throw. This is caught. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Carr keeps it on the sneak. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. And Carr's going to keep it himself. And this time he breaks the plane. He's in for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Raiders drive the entire length of the field, 99 yards for the score. Carr will look to throw. He's got it. So they convert the 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game. And still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. There's a great example right there.
They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. On 1st down, Winslow. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Open man is Ross, complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the 4th quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage, because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, That's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
They'll run on first down. Winslow, down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. Good gain there on first down. That keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On third down, Winslow. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third. So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory.